In this video, we'll be going over attendance. We'll begin by discussing the two different types of attendance in GradeLink before moving on to how to take attendance. Let's get started. Not all schools allow teachers to take attendance, so you may not have access to the Attendance tab. If that's the case, feel free to skip to the next video in the series. GradeLink features two major types of attendance: school and class. School attendance, also called daily attendance, refers to attendance that is taken once per day. Class attendance, on the other hand, refers to attendance that is taken several times throughout the day, such as once per class period. To take attendance, first select the class from the menu at the top of the page. By default, only unconcluded classes in the active term will be available. We'll go over the difference between concluded and unconcluded classes in more detail in a later video. School attendance can only be taken for classes with the school attendance class type, while class attendance can only be taken for classes with the standard class type. The interface is slightly different depending on what type of attendance you're taking, so let's start by looking at school attendance. Start by hitting the Add Attendance button to create an attendance sheet. The date appears in the top left corner, students on the left, attendance values across the top, and on the far right is the Commons field. By default, all students are marked as present when a new sheet is created. To actually take attendance, simply check any of the boxes below the corresponding attendance value. To save time, the blue chevrons labeled Mark All allow you to assign a particular attendance value to every student at once. If you want to take attendance for a different day, or edit an attendance sheet you've already created, click on the date field in the top left corner to open the calendar. Then, select the date you'd like to take attendance for. When you're done, don't forget to hit Save Changes. Deleting an attendance sheet is as simple as hitting Delete Attendance. Class attendance uses a slightly different process. Start by selecting any class with the standard class type from the menu at the top of the page. Then, hit Add Attendance and Conduct. You'll notice the attendance sheet looks a little bit different. There will only be 5 attendance values, and a second set of columns labeled Conduct will appear on the right. Aside from these differences, the actual process of taking attendance is exactly the same. Create an attendance sheet, mark the appropriate values, and hit Save Changes. This concludes our discussion of attendance. Join us for our next video where we go over how to add or remove students from a class.